All right, what's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we're going to do another breakdown here today on Teddy Bridgewater. Haven't heard a ton from Teddy in a little bit. He had a ACL injury and hasn't been able to play for really two seasons now. But he's still, I think he's ready for a comeback this next year for the Jets, and just want to do a breakdown. I freaking love Teddy. I love watching him play. Excuse me, such a great competitor. So we'll just go and hop right into the breakdown. So, although I love Teddy and how he plays the quarterback position, while watching his mechanics, I would not say that I love his mechanics, and I can see why he's had some problems in being able to have some consistency, or a lot of consistency, just because of how he throws the ball. Also, what's going to end up being a problem for Teddy is his ability to really throw the deep ball. He can definitely work on his deep ball if he was able to work on the mechanics a little bit. But let's watch him throw. So starts off on the back leg. Doesn't get much rotation there in the lower body. Really is very upper body dominant here. Notice how he loads with his hands. So he starts with the ball high. He definitely drops the ball there. Okay, notice how he drops that ball close down to his waist. And then from there, he really drops the elbow too. Notice where the elbow height is there to where the elbow height is there. Okay, so he definitely kind of has that elbow drop going. And this causes a lot of tightness in the front part of the shoulder. This makes it so it's hard to really maintain this way of throwing for a long period of time, just because of all the pressure that it puts in on the front part of the shoulder, the pressure it puts on the bicep, also the pressure that ends up putting on the posterior capsule of the shoulder. Have had problems in all those areas. And the reason for the posterior capsule is, notice when he releases, boom, how much he has to extend and really control all in this area in his back in order to make it so he'd be able to resist a throw. That's not a very sustainable way of being able to throw the balls. All right, so notice that ball drop. Now, another thing, what happens when you drop, the elbow, when the elbow drops like that, now the ball is going to be up on top of the hand, so your wrist is not going to be as good of a position to really create as much of a power. All right, again, that's going to make it so he's going to end up having much more likelihood for. It's going to be much harder for him to throw deep balls. Essentially, is the big thing that ends up happening there. Okay, but I wanted to get some further down the field throws here. So notice how he loads again. Really, the idea when you load is you want to have the hand and the elbow about the same height. Notice how he lets that elbow go up, the hand drop down. Now when he goes into the transition, he's going to end up probably dropping that elbow, which it looks like he does there. Now he does save himself in that he excellent job by the whole line real quick right there. He does do a good job, though, of saving himself by being able to not let that ball get too far back behind his head. He's really strong in stopping that movement there. And then he does create a lot of external rotation in the elbow. Notice how that ball's pretty far back behind him. And that's how he's still able to create the amount of force that he's able to. He has a strong front leg as well. But, if he was able to rotate better in his lower body, right? So if he was able to push off that back leg a little bit more effectively, get more rotation in that lower body, and also couple that with having a little bit more flexion in the shoulder, getting that elbow up as he's coming through, he would be able to get a lot more power in the ball and really be able to have more options in terms of how he ends up throwing. I mean, that ends up being kind of his downfall, is that if you can't throw the deep ball as good, and it starts with how he's loading, then you're going to have a hard time being successful for a long period of time, especially in the NFL. But he's able to make it work, definitely for when he throws like 20 yards underneath. I mean, he does a really good job there. But notice how he doesn't get much out of his lower body as he's moving. I mean, he gets a little bit of a push there, but now it's just kind of staying put with that front leg, keeping that nice and stable. And then it's all about how he rotates through. Again, he does a good job of not letting that ball get too far back behind his head. But the big thing that he could improve on is that load, and making it so that ball, when he was loading, it just went right to, if it just went right to here, then he'd be in a much better position rather than making it so it goes, elbow up, ball down for the beginning part of it, and then from there he drops that elbow underneath, lets the ball come up. See how he drops that elbow underneath right there? Okay, you want to try to avoid that the best that you can. Some people, just how their shoulder anatomy is, they're going to have a little bit of that. But again, the idea, the goal is to make it so you do that the least amount as possible. All right, as always, guys, thanks for watching these videos. If you're interested in learning more about how we look at the quarterbacks and develop mechanics, you can go ahead and check out our QB Blueprint to the Perfect Throw ebook. Excellent ebook. Gives a lot about how we go into depth about the throw. What are the key areas to focus on? You can learn more about the release, or learn a little bit more about how you want to shift your body. Definitely some excellent stuff there. The other big thing is check out our 5-month online throw program. That is going to really get the most value. What we do is we break down different throws, different angles, whatever you're trying to focus on. 3-step drop, hitting the side pocket, or deep balls, or maybe a 5-step drop, hitting a skinny post, anything like that, any of those difficult throws or whatever it is you're trying to improve. That's what this program's for. We give exercises for you to do that are specific to what you're trying to see improve in your throw. So yeah, again, a ton of value within the program, the 5-month online program. I know it's online. I know it might seem a little bit different by doing an online program, but I'm telling you, you're going to be getting some very, very quality information. I watch these freaking quarterbacks throw all day long. All I do is learn from these guys and get a better understanding of how to explain what they're doing to make it so then it could help you, as well as just find out more strategies to best throw the football. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.